Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. Going to read through the majority of the article. There's a link in the description. It's in regards to a case which I have covered just the once before, the tragic killing, the tragic murder of the 9-year-old girl that you see in front of you. Her name, Olivia Pratt-Korbel. I'm not 100% sure. She was shot in the chest at home in Liverpool, England. This happened August the 22nd. Essentially, what happened was a known burglar was fleeing from a gunman, and the known burglar ran into Olivia Pratt-Korbel's home, well, her mother's home, and the gunman ran in afterwards, seemingly. I don't know the full details. I think they're yet to come out, but essentially, what is being alleged is that the gunman shot both Olivia Pratt-Korbel, the 9-year-old girl. Olivia subsequently died from her injuries. Olivia's mother was also injured. I don't know if the mother was shot. I think that may be the case. I'm not 100% sure. But thankfully, the mother, Cheryl Korbel, 46 years of age, did survive her injuries that she sustained. Now, I made a video about this subject a few weeks back, and essentially, if I recall correctly, people were being protected. A number of arrests were made. It rose to about 11 people were arrested. The charges, I can't quite remember, but there was something along the lines of assisting an offender, essentially covering up, essentially abetting and aiding the gunman. So 11 people were arrested or charged or such, and I think gradually they were released from custody. But thankfully, those somewhat heavy-handed tactics by the police, which I applaud, have paid off. So they lent on the criminal community, in essence, as far as I understand. The police lent on the criminal community within Liverpool, pressured people to come forward, and thankfully it has now led to somebody being arrested and charged with Olivia's murder, as well as the attempted murder of Olivia's mother. That is a scumbag by the name of Thomas Cashman, 34 years of age. So he's been charged with Olivia's murder and the attempted murder of Olivia's mother. Olivia died after convicted burglar Joseph Nee was chased into her family home in Dovecote, Liverpool, August 22nd. Her mother, Cheryl Korbel, I'm not entirely sure, 46 years of age, was injured during the incident, but she thankfully survived. Thomas Cashman has also been charged with the attempted murder of the mother as well as the burglar, Joseph Nee. The scumbag in question, Thomas Cashman, faces 2 further counts of possessing a firearm to endanger life. Also, somebody else, Paul Russell, 40 years of age, has been charged with assisting an offender. So essentially, I'm going to say this may have some level of inaccuracies, but seemingly Paul Russell was attempting to cover for the shooter, the alleged shooter, Thomas Cashman, aiding and abetting, pretty much. So that's really as much of the article that I wish to go through. Tragically, Olivia Pratt-Korbel, she was taken to hospital, but she didn't survive. And it's an absolute terrible tragedy. Again, one blessing is that the mother has survived. I'm not 100% sure if the mother, as I say, was shot, but certainly it seems that she did have severe injuries, but she has survived. And again, the police's tactics have worked. The police actually offered a reward of £200,000 for anyone that comes forward with information which leads to, I guess, a conviction. £200,000, that's a huge amount of money. And it's worked. So I really do applaud the police's actions. £200,000. I'm so glad that that has worked. However, I don't know how realistic that would be, offering that on a standard basis. That's a huge amount of money. I mean, it would be nice if that money was freely available, but of course it isn't. Of course, it comes at the taxpayer's expense. Hopefully, I'm not being too inappropriate here. I'm glad that progress has been made. I'm glad that the authorities were bold enough to offer a very generous reward, given that the criminal community seemingly were hiding one of their own. They knew, perhaps, I'll say this is a speculation, of course, but my take on it is that the criminal community knew or were aware that it was likely that the gunman was guilty of murdering a 9-year-old girl, and yet they try to protect him. They try to cover it for him. Scum. They shouldn't, they deserve punishment. And one person, Paul Russell, has been charged with whatever the charge was, assisting an offender. So I do applaud the £200,000 reward, but I don't think it's something which could be provided on an ongoing basis for other crimes, regrettably. Police have revealed 2 weapons were used: a .38 revolver, which was the gun responsible for killing Olivia, also a 9mm Glock type self-loading pistol was fired in the initial stages of the incident. So it's an absolute tragedy. Of course, full condolences to the full family concerned. Here is a picture of the mother holding a pink teddy. So I guess Olivia's favourite teddy, perhaps. I'm not sure. Maybe not. There's wings on the teddy. Maybe it's there to represent Olivia. So I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. I'm glad that progress has been made. Let's hope the investigation continues unimpeded. And let's hope that there's a conviction. Thank you.